Nice story. Yesterday we found out that, of course, Guy Lafleur, a couple of years now, 3 years, I guess, after his death, will be honored by the city of Montreal. The Jacques-Bizard Bridge, as it's now known, which connects, of course, Île-Bizard to the city, is going to now bear the name of Guy Lafleur, the Canadiens legend. Doug Hurley is Ensemble Montreal borough mayor at Île-Bizard, Sainte-Geneviève, and he's on the line. Doug, thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Aaron.
Hey, how long was this in the works? Because it came as a surprise to people who heard yesterday. Do you know?
Yes, but there's a reason for this, and this is not the official inauguration of the bridge. This is renaming the bridge and the different steps that we had to go through. So it was very a protocol thing just for renaming.
So what does that mean? I mean, when you say not for the reconstruction.
Okay, so basically what happens is roughly about 2 years now, we're looking during the construction of the bridge to name it after someone that has been a citizen of Île-Bizard for the last 27 years.
Okay.
And the name that comes to mind right away is Guy Lafleur. Now, Guy Lafleur has been a constant presence here with kids, with parents, different events. And just think about it. Anybody says Guy Lafleur, they think of Montreal Canadiens. So it's an ideal situation for the name of a bridge. I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm working downtown as a police sergeant, and the Montreal Children's call me. There's a kid that's going to be operated on, and unfortunately, chances of survival are minimal. So they asked me to contact Guy Lafleur because that's the kid's dream. I called Guy, and Guy says, meet me the next morning at the Forum, Montreal Forum. I pick him up. He brings a hockey stick plus a bag. We get into the Montreal Children's Hospital. There's a doctor, the nurse, the parents, the kid, Guy, and myself. Well, the kid is going crazy to meet his dream hockey player. And then Guy produces the bag, and inside the bag is Guy's hockey sweater, and he signs it. Now, amazing reaction from the kid, the parents, and everybody. Very touching. We leave there after about 25 minutes, and unfortunately, 2 days later, I get a call from the doctors saying, unfortunately, the child passed away. Well, that's bad in itself. But then the one touching part is the parents call me a week later, and they say, Doug, can you tell Mr. Lafleur that we buried our child and we buried him in his sweater?
Wow.
It's
very
touching.
Yeah. It's even now. How long ago did this happen, Doug? I'm trying to just,
back up in time, just about the last year the forum was open.
Yeah,
so we're going back a little while. But since then, Guy has participated in many different things.
Yeah, we've had. I'm sorry. I was going to say we know that he was out there whenever he was asked for anything. We knew that Guy Lafleur was the guy who would always show up. So to your point,
exactly. And he had a great heart for kids. I've never seen him refuse signing an autograph, even if the kid came in late. He's a hell of an example for sports in all categories. How when being a person in his position. When fans are coming up to him, absolutely amazing. I can't admire a guy any more than him. And I coached hockey for 29 years. Never have I seen any of the kids get refused.
Yeah, it's a great honor for to have this bridge named. Now you mentioned, so I want to point out, is this effective already now? Like, when does this happen?
Well, it's effective already since we named the bridge Guy Lafleur. Now the bridge is not complete.
Right.
I know some citizens are disappointed and say, "Oh well, we wanted to be there," and I said, well, listen, Montreal decided, they advised me, and it was going to be on the next day, okay? But remember, this is just to change the official title. There will be an inauguration, et cetera, et cetera. Luckily, I was able to get in contact with some of Guy's friends, Yvon Lambert, Régent Roule, Jim Corsi, you name it, Carbonneau. So they all turned out because
that's nice. Yeah,
it's their buddy.
By the way, with respect to the bridge, since you're on the phone, how's that going with the bridge? When's that going to get done?
Well, in principle, it should be completed this month.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
It's very much like you're building a home. Putting up the structure and everything takes a certain period of time, but the finishing elements are what takes a bit of time.
Okay.
What doesn't help is finally the traffic is going to be able to flow. But then from Gouin Boulevard just to Pierrefonds Boulevard, they're ripping up the street for different new sewers and whatnot to make the connections to the new bridge. So our citizens have been very corporate-minded, if I can use that term, We'll be suffering some pain until about November. But after that, it's free sailing on brand new stuff.
Yeah, November of this year, Doug?
The bridge is gorgeous.
Doug, November of this year? Oh, okay, just checking. I just wanted to make sure I had that right. Okay. For my friends who live out in Île-Bizard, I just wanted them to know you meant November of this year. Okay.
No, in all honesty, they've been backing up the schedule. It should have been completed over a year, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
But for different reasons, some of the things, like they stopped work during the winter, and then when they took over again in the spring, they had to correct some of the things that broke down, and they basically have prolonged the contract.
Typical Montreal kind of construction project. I get it. Hey, listen, I appreciate your time. I think it's great news for all the Guy Lafleur fans, the renaming of that bridge. And yes, as you mentioned, there will be an actual, induction, if you will, or official introduction. We look forward to that as well. Thank you so much, Doug.
You're most welcome, Aaron.
Take good care. Doug Hurley, Ensemble Montreal borough mayor out in Île-Bizard.
Seasoned gamer or just video game curious? This Week in Gaming is the podcast for you. We break down the latest in the world of video games, from basics to beyond. The hottest gaming news, insight, and industry leaders and more, weekly. Join me, Naomi Kyle, and stay ahead of the game with all the latest updates, even if you're a total newbie. Stream This Week in Gaming on the free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.